Hello, I'm Stephanie Agnew with the MaxSouth Digital Media Center at Mississippi State University Libraries. In this tutorial, I will show you how to use the Track Changes feature in Microsoft Word 365. Let's get started. We have our document open. There are no changes made. There's no formatting to this document, so it's the perfect document to collaborate with someone else on. So the first thing that we're going to do, if you were on your home tab and you're trying to figure out how do I even begin with track changes, you're going to find the track changes in the review tab. So if you click on review, you'll see track changes starts here and goes all the way over to here. And so what we'll start with is thinking of where do I need to make a comment? What's the first thing that I see that I need to tell this person needs to be corrected? So what I'm seeing here is there needs to be a title here. So I'm going to click at the very beginning of the paragraph just to have a starting place, and I'm going to go to New Comment. A comment bubble appears right here. You'll also see that it has my name listed here, as well as a little icon that shows a color that will represent that anything in red will be comments that I make. As additional people make comments, their name will appear and the color will be different. But for now, we're just working on mine and it's just red. Well, let's say that I want to tell this person that it would be great if they would add a title. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to do add title. If I click away from the new comment bubble, then I can go in and make the next change. I'm going to start here and I am going to suggest that this area be double spaced. Then when I click away back into the document, that secures that the comment has been placed in the markup area. I can go back here and let's say, for instance, these were the only two changes that we had made. Let's say the person went in and made the changes, we get it back, then I can click and choose resolve. So now it looks as if this area right here is grayed out, and that means that the comment that we made, the change we suggested, has been done. But let's say we go back, they think it's done, hasn't been done, but we want to reopen this comment right here. I can go back and reopen. I can go to reply again, and I can comment that double spacing was not added. And then I can click back in my document, and so now the person can go back in, see what comments I've made. Another thing that you may want to know about is the reviewing pane. You can open up the reviewing pane, and so on this side you now have a list of revisions that have been put in. So it's just another way to kind of see in the revision pane the things that have been done so far. If you don't want to look at this area, you can click on the X to close that. And now we want to continue on with making any changes or any change suggestions. So as I mouse over this, it'll pop up and highlight, same with this. But let's say now I'm ready to send this to someone else and make their recommendations. To share the document with someone else, you're going to click the share option here at the top. You must specify who can edit this document. I'm going to send this to 2 colleagues, and I will begin typing their email addresses. I'm going to first select Thomas LaFoe, and then I'm going to choose Deborah Lee, and I will click the send button. When you successfully send a link, you will get a message with a green check mark that says link to tracking has been sent. I have gotten emails back from both colleagues whom I asked to review this document, and both came back in a different way. So I want to show you how you could receive your documents back and how you access those files. So for Deborah Lee, Hers came through an email. It looks a little different from Thomas's. He went through SharePoint. And so I'm going to click here in this message. It just tells me that I have had a file that has been shared with me, and I'm going to click here to open the document. The document is open inside a web browser. And so what we can do is you can go in and review in the web browser if you choose. I can see right now that Thomas LaFoe has the document open, which is okay. We don't have to worry about that. But if I want to look at the comments, I can click on comments right here in the right corner. And you can see that there are lots of markups here on the page, as well as the markups that I had made. Also, you can see where Deborah Lee went in and added her comments, as well as Thomas LaFoe. And so this would be a way to work within the browser. If you wanted to open in the desktop app, which means you're going to actually go to the Word software that is on your computer, you can click here to open the desktop. It says we're opening this in Word, and we can do, we've got this file open in your computer, resume editing here, and so what we want to do is open Word. Now I have the document open. Before we get too far away though, I also wanted to go back and show you in the email how the document was sent from Thomas LaFoe, so that you have an idea of there are multiple ways to receive your information. So Thomas sent his via SharePoint. So I'm going to open that, and if I click here, it tells me there's a tracking change. So I'm going to click open. And again, his opens in the browser view. And the same thing can happen as we did earlier. I'm going to click OK. I could look at the comments. I also can go to open the desk app. But we have the desk app open, and so we're just going to look here at the changes that have been made. You can see as I mouse over in the markup panel, if I hover over Deborah Lee's comments, you can see the area that she has selected and the comment that she made. If I would like to reply to this, I could click on reply, and I'm just going to type thank you. Once all your changes have been considered, edited, replied to, or resolved, and you would like for the markup panel to disappear, choose in the tracking group No Markup. Your document will display in normal view. Your document is now ready to be saved. Thank you for watching the tutorial on Word 365 tracking changes. You may contact me by email sagnew@library.msstate.edu. Also, please visit the library at library.msstate.edu.